So even though Clavicular will not debate me, he's running, which is fine. He can do what he wants. He actually has really good facial harmony. So today we're going to break down all of his facial ratios. Let's go. Top third. You can see this is perfectly in the ideal range, 29.4%. Perfect. Middle third, 31.8%. Perfect. Bottom third, 38.8%. This is actually also ideal. It's at the very upper end. It's a very masculine facial third distribution. Great. Total face shape, 1.35. This is literally perfect total face shape. Wide jaw, perfect. Lower third proportion, very slight flaw. He lost, 0.6 points. Eye spacing, perfect. One eye apart roughly in the ideal range. Here's one of his flaws. We can see it's outside of the ideal range. His nose is a bit broad and his mouth could be wider. His mouth is 1.35 times wider than the nose. Ideally, this should be 1.38 at the low end. A little bit of a flaw there. Compact, perfect facial width height ratio. We can see it's almost the exact perfect range. Chin to filtrum, a little bit low, very slightly. Could kind of be, I had to adjust for his mouth. You could kind of give him that one. Mid-face ratio, really almost perfect. Canthal tilt in the ideal range. Perfect. Jaw frontal angle. This is one of his more moderate flaws. His jaw's a little bit too flat there, which might be why he wants double jaw surgery, I suppose. He does have a slightly flat jaw, but nothing I'd really be too concerned about, honestly. Ipsilateral alar angle, perfect. It's not going to harmonize perfectly with the jaw. As we can see, it's kind of a moderate flaw. Not that this is super important, but this specific measurement is a moderate flaw. Not a big deal. Lowered upper lip, I had to adjust for this, but it's probably ideal, roughly. Perfect eye shape overall. Good eyebrow tilt. Good neck width. I mean, dude, it's a very harmonious profile. Ideal as well. I mean, he has 88% frontal harmony, at least from this scoring mechanism, which I guess you could debate. There's a few different formulas we're testing, but now, of course, he has flared ears and his nose isn't the best, and he has a jaw asymmetry, and it has strabismus. He has flaws that aren't harmony, because remember, harmony is just the proportions, the ratios. But I mean, dude, it's really, really good, honestly. And look at this, 88.9% harmony. And then looking at the side, proper brow ridge inclination, right in the middle there. Nasofrontal, proper. I mean, it's does this guy really need surgery? This wasn't mapped perfectly by me. It seems it wasn't the best image quality, Good nasolabial. The facial convexities, this is good. All the facial convexities, they're on the lower end. He could kind of theoretically use a double jaw surgery. It would improve this. But I mean, again, the ramus is long. The gonadal angle looks good. The total convexity, yeah, this is a little bit low. Yeah. It definitely isn't perfect. Nasal width to height, yeah, it's a bit short. The nose is definitely short. I think he knows that flaw. He's been talking about that, I believe. Or I've heard him talk about it. Yeah, lip assessments are... Yeah. So here we see with the H-line, it does depict basically the chin could be more projected. Okay, I'll say this. Based on the measurements, his chin could be more projected. I'm not going to lie. But it's not by a lot. We can see that with the total facial convexity and the lip assessments. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah, his chin could be more projected, and we're seeing that based on the data here. Birthstone is fine. Nasomental. Okay. Gonadal is actually a little bit obtuse. We can see it's a slight deduction. Should be more around, 125 degrees on the upper end. That's a generous range, by the way. Mandibular plane, it's ideal. Optimal inclination of the jaw. Submental, really good. Right in line there. And the chin is in proportion with the Frankfurt plane. I think his ears are a bit low set, though, to be fair, which does affect the Frankfurt plane. But I mean, dude, literally really good facial harmony. Again, we're still experimenting with our formula and the weightings for things and all that good stuff. Like, this isn't a finalized score, but when we're looking through the measurements, he nailed, I mean, really a lot. He nailed the thirds, nailed face shape, nailed jaw, lower third, eye spacing, mouth to nose slight flaw, facial FWHR good, chin fill trim slight flaw, good, slight flaw, good, slight flaw, good. I mean, his profile is very harmonious. I mean, if we give him an overall score, it's not going to be near a 9 or an 8, like, overall. But he is a good-looking guy for sure. Like, definitely, I think it solidifies him within that top 5% range easily. Here, arguably a 7 in these photos. Like, if you combine these actual photos, arguably, this might be a bit frauded. I'm not sure, but from what I'm seeing here, you know, the teeth, the nose, the ears, they are an issue, but it's a very harmonious face with proper angularity, still fairly dimorphic. He does have good features in terms of the brow density and such. Arguably, he isn't even far from a top 1% face in these photos. So, yeah, that's my analysis of Clavicular. Really good facial harmony. Definitely not as high as his score. His score is definitely not as high as his harmony, but undisputably great harmony. And by the way, guys, if you want the software I just used to analyze Clavicular's face, you can get it early access down below, okay? You give us our name and number, and no, we're not selling your data. No, we're not doing that. People are saying that. No. We're going to send you an email and a text so you actually get the first access for the cheaper price. It's called FaceIQ Labs. As you saw, it maps out all your facial harmony measurements and will describe them. You'll see your score. You'll see how you can improve at some point, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be the best facial analysis software on the market. So yeah, if you want to join the waitlist, you can click the link below if you'd like to. No pressure if you don't, though. Thank you guys for watching. Peace.